It is time for your WIN podcast for super busy professionals sharing transformational moments. Your host, Chu Tang.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to your WIN podcast. Today, I have my special speaker with us, Dina. Welcome.
Thank you. It's an honor to be here, Chu. Honor.
Thank you so much for your time. And I'm going to go right ahead and ask you the only question for the podcast.
Okay.
So, share with us a scene in your life where you experienced transformation and I changed your life forever from that point on.
I actually have two, but I will go with the one that when I lost I can combine them actually. I had lost a lot of weight back in 2010, and I got to be the healthiest I could ever be. I lost over 100 pounds. And I was just like, okay, I didn't want to end up like my mom or my grandmother. What happened was mom was bedbound and she handed me her do not resuscitate order. And she said, put it on the wall. And I was just like, I was a home care nurse for many, many years. So I knew what was going to happen. So when I looked in the mirror in my mom's room, I saw my reflection and it was looking at my mom. And I said, I don't want to end up like that. I don't want MS. I don't want cancer. I don't want congestive heart failure. So I took the bull by the horns and I got as healthy as can be. But the turning point of all of that was 6 years later, I got diagnosed with an aggressive form of breast cancer and had to go through chemotherapy for a year. And I've had 5 reconstructive surgeries. I had a bilateral mastectomy. But during this process was the turning point. And I realized that I was not afraid of cancer. I was not afraid of dying. I was truly afraid of not being loved and judged because I had to take care of myself first during this process. And people say to me, what are you, crazy? You're not worried about the process, this could kill you. I was like, nope, not afraid of that.
Wow.
Being a nurse for 32 years, I'm retired now, and being an emergency medical technician for my local fire department for 30 years.
Wow.
And taking care of everybody in the family as a middle child.
Oh, you're middle child.
Yeah, that's a big joke in my family.
Me too.
Oh, I love it. See? Serendipity right there.
Yeah.
So like I just gave and gave and gave. And I honestly believe that my cancer made me stop. And say to myself, you need to take care of yourself now. I did 6 years prior with getting healthy.
Yeah.
But my internal emotional and mental well-being was still not taken care of. I looked better on the outside. I felt better, but the mindset was still in the old patterns. That was the turning point. And I realized that I came up throughout this process, I came up with a 4-stage process of how to let go of my fears. And it's just so amazing that till this day, I mean, I'm 7 years out from my diagnosis, so I'm in remission. I still use those 4 stages when my fears start to arise again, or something changes in my life and things like that. So that was truly my turning point.
Wow. Wow. And I have not heard of such a story before.
The more and more you talk to people, those stories come out.
Well, my grandma died of breast cancer. And I've seen her going through radiation and chemotherapy. And back then I didn't know anything about the mind.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
one of the things that I'm still facing is there's a little phrase that when you're a cancer patient, you have chemo brain and you forget things and,
Mm,
you know, your memory isn't that great and,
mm,
you know, you can't concentrate and
mm.
comprehension is hard. You know, add that on top of the aging process.
Oh,
So it can get very frustrating for me at times. I am not the same person I was before my
mm,
cancer. I have changed.
mm,
And I honestly believe that when we have these greatest fears, it's toxic like cancer.
mhm, mhm,
And
mhm.
it can rapidly spread through every avenue of our lives, whether
Yeah,
it's our job, our marriage, being a parent, you know,
right.
being, you know, the caregiver to your parents.
Mhm,
There's
mhm.
just so much there that we don't end up with the best quality of life. So
Yeah, yeah.
when I talk about this and I want to encourage people to let go of that fear, and what I always say is, don't feel guilty about taking care of yourself first.
Yes, don't forget.
You know, right? For, you know, the things
Yeah,
that you do as
yeah,
well, and who
yeah,
you help.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And be a middle child. Yep.
Uh,
You always take care of the older, the younger. Wow.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah. It's a big joke. It's a big joke in my family.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much for sharing this transformational story. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's like I said, I just want people to realize that first of all, they come first. Don't feel guilty about it.
Mhm.
And, you know, your stories matter. And
Yeah.
we heal. I truly believe we heal by storytelling.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah, that is so true. That is so true.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So if you guys like this episode, come back, and until then, stay happy and hopeful. Thank you, Dina.
You're welcome.
So what do you think?
Oh, that was so much fun. I truly love just what I call it is just having a conversation. You
Mm,
know, it's just let's just be open and honest and be a little vulnerable when
yeah.
we are telling our stories because somebody's listening.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Somebody's listening or watching, and that makes them not feel alone. And that's what
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love about this. This was so much fun. I love these of these, you know, quick kind of conversations, you know, and you can
Yeah.
learn so much in a short amount of time as well.
Yep, yep. So I want to ask you a very random question because I'm curious, very curious. You look absolutely beautiful and you look like a celebrity. So
Oh, thank you. I
so I
appreciate that.
so I'm curious, who's your favorite celebrity?
Who's my favorite celebrity? I really truly have in the last, I don't want to say why I was going through my cancer journey and my weight loss journey. So it's a good 10 years or so. Mel Robbins.
Oh, Mel
She
Robbins. Oh,
Mel Robbins is an inspirational, motivational speaker.
oh, I should check her out.
Yeah, she was in radio many years ago.
Oh, okay.
And what I love about her too is that she's just so open and honest. She
Oh,
does, she has her own podcast. Like I said, she had her own radio show. She talks about real life situations.
oh, okay.
And she's on Instagram, she's on YouTube, and you know, I always get her little clips, you know, because sometimes podcasts, I can't listen to a podcast for an hour and a half because
No, 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 fall asleep.
some of her episodes are long, but I love the shorter ones, and then I love
Mm,
all her little, you know, little video clips.
mm,
It's just so nice that somebody
yeah,
who has made a living like this
yeah.
talk about the kids, the husband, the marriage,
Oh,
the business, like all kinds of different things that have happened to her,
right, right, right,
which is
right.
what I love, you know, just being able to relate, and she inspires me. She really does.
So would you, I mean, would you like want to meet her one day?
Well, funny you should say that. I am actually pursuing more paid speaking engagements. I am actually going to what they call a program I'm doing for a week is called Keynote Camp. Really learning how to take your signature talk, keynote talk, and be able to adjust it to certain audiences.
Yep.
My passion is talking about letting go of your fear, whatever that looks like for you. Yes, cancer and weight loss is my story, my upbringing and my ethnic background has led me to all of this and who I am. And I'm not afraid to share it, the good and the bad.
Cool.
So yes, that's what I'm pursuing. That's my dream, to be up on stage in front of a lot of people getting this message out.
You will. And my dream is gonna be, I want to be a female version of Tony Robbins.
See? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Yeah, he's got that voice that as soon as you hear him talk, you're like, what's going on?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. This is really cool. Yeah. So sounds
very
good.
nice.
Yeah.
You're gonna do it as well.
We
are going to do it.
Let me know because I'll attend.
Yes.
Well, it's been fun. Thank you so much. Yeah. So I definitely would ask you to come back to share your other transformational moment.
Yes, absolutely. I'd love to. I'd be honored. Thank you.
Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode, please subscribe and share. See you soon at Your Win Podcast.